Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to Kirby's Dream Land 2, Part 2. Is there anything else I can make up with the 2? Not right now. Last time we completed the first world, started this game, what I'm meaning to say. We almost completed 2 worlds actually. But before we start, let me show off this warp star. I completely forgot about that last time. You can use the warp star at the top of the world, just like in Kirby's Adventure, to traverse between levels. You can go back to World 1 if you want, you can go to any world. There's no linear progressing in this game. Right, second boss, it's pretty easy actually. I lost my power up, thank you for that. But I'll do it the normal way. Like in Kirby's Adventure, you don't have to have a power up to defeat bosses. You can just use the gimmicks of the boss to collect projectiles for yourself and use that to create stars and that to attack the boss with. Use these little guys to shoot at the big guy. Pretty easy. And there we go. Not too sure why I didn't put this in the previous parts, because it could easily have been done. It's a pretty short boss. Right, let's for next time make a note that I need to turn on my timer before I start. But it's on now. I think I've been recording for a minute. Right, level 3, Ripple Field. We actually get introduced to Kine now, as we can see in the introduction screen. We haven't seen him yet. Of course, because he is a fish, he's mostly used in the water stages. That's mostly why we haven't seen him yet. But level 3, sorry, HAL Laboratory, why? But anyway, level 3 is going to make sure the absence of Kine is going to be... Come on! What's with this game and all the enemies coming in from the left? But Kine is going to be shown off finally, because we're in the water world now. Let's grab our melee weapon. Yeah, the coconuts from Kirby's Dream Land 1 make a return, the exploding ones. Oh, Kirby's Dream Land 1. The only game with no copy abilities yet. Even though it still feels as a Kirby game, but it's so weird actually that whenever I play through that game again... Oh, new ability, Rock. Rock works the same as in Kirby's Adventure. Boom. Boom. You're a heavy boy. And you can use it to roll off hills, which is really funny to do. Whee! But besides that, it is... Oh, you can also use it to be immune to enemies, but apparently you cannot stay in rock form for too long. I was under the impression that you can stay there indefinitely until you press a button again. Apparently not the case. Death number 1. Hooray! Let's speedrun my way back to where I was. Oh, I feel so much better when I'm speedrunning. Alright, where were we? Die, please. I was trying to say you are immune to enemies whenever you are in rock form, but apparently you need to take in account that you do not stay rock forever. You turn back eventually. I am pretty sure there are Kirby games where you stay rock until you actually press something. Remember, Kirby's Dream Land 2, that is not the case. Ah, dang it. Whenever you lose a power-up in the water, there's no way of getting it back because you cannot inhale anything underwater. If you lose your star underwater, you are stuck. What is with HAL Laboratory and doing things like that? There's a lot of games where they just randomly place enemies in the wall. So it's pretty... Yeah, as you can see, if you press the inhale button, Kirby just attacks with a sprout of water underwater, so you can't actually inhale anything. There is one exception to that rule though, and that's when you are riding Kine. Whenever you are Kine, you can actually inhale. Ow. Oh, water mechanics. Platformers and water mechanics. Just as much a story as platformers and ice physics. Don't worry, this is a platformer. We will be seeing both of them. What am I saying? We're seeing one of them right now. Although, I must admit, in Kirby, water physics are not that bad. There are a lot of platformers where swimming, or just water mechanics in general, are more a nuisance than actually helping. With Kirby, in most games, I cannot agree on every single one of them, but in most of them, this one included, I think the swimming mechanics are done really well. Enemy already respawned. If you... Oh, this is pretty funny. Whee! Ow! Mean! Whee! All these enemies dying in the water. Man, respawning is awful in this game. If you go off screen for only 1 pixel, enemies already respawn. Limited memory, hooray. Yeah, Kirby games, I think the swimming mechanics are pretty well executed actually. They're better than in Mario games, to be honest. And not every single Mario game has a frog suit. Right? It's obvious we're underwater, and this bag, you know what the bags with the mini bosses do. That was really stupid that I was standing there. Ow, come on. Let's stop being an idiot and actually start killing these boss now. Bam. Give me Spark. You have not seen Spark yet. Spark, like in Kirby's Adventure, is a move that surrounds Kirby with electricity and kills everything that touches it. Pretty obvious. And we get Kine. Kine's Spark is actually a light bulb, which is pretty funny actually. You can actually shoot a light bulb. As you can see, Kine works awful on the land. He's a fish. You can compare this to the frog suit, bringing up the frog suit again from Mario Bros. 3. On the land, Kine is awful. He has pretty weird mechanics on land. But in the water, you have free movement. You can actually go against currents here, as you can see, which Kirby could not on his own. And he has extremely well movement in the water. He's therefore the animal friend which you want to have underwater. And like with every other power-up, every other copy ability, if... Come on. There goes my Spark. Yeah, like with every other animal friend, Kine also has variants of the copy abilities. We've already seen one of them, the Spark. There's, of course, one for every single one. Hopefully we'll be seeing them. Oh, this is actually where I could have used the light bulb, because light bulb makes dark rooms light up. But I was stupid enough to lose it. This is not breakable blocks, apparently. This is Kine with Needle. Pretty simplistic. And here is my light bulb again. As you can see, if you activate light bulb, you can light up these dark rooms, and a couple of secrets can here and there show up in the background, which usually don't appear. I believe this room does not have any yet. Right, next one is Kine and Cutter, which is a kind of a beam attack, as you can see. Slowly moving beams. Why did I kill him? I wanted to show off Kine and Fire. Kine is getting shown off a lot of abilities immediately. Right, the guy should have respawned now. Make the star disappear before I accidentally inhale that. He has not appeared yet. I thought 1 pixel off screen and enemies reappear. Now you should have respawned. No, this guy respawned, so yeah, there we go. Kine and Fire is similar to Kine and Cutter. Only it's fire we're shooting. It's a little bit narrower when it comes to hitbox. Well, mostly the same, other than that. Come on, I think I've gotten only one up so far in the bonus game. I'm doing terribly with the bonus, guys. Not important. Let's continue with Kine. We're still in the water, so... And the game might give us another copy ability or two, which we can then scratch off when it comes to showing off. Obviously the fire doesn't really work underwater, as you can see. You can still shoot the fireballs underwater, but it is not doing too much. Kine and Parasol. Next one we can scratch off. It's similar to Kirby alone with the Parasol. And as you can see here, Kine can still inhale stars underwater. He's the only one with inhaling abilities underwater. This one is pretty simplistic though. It's just Kine making a Parasol come out of its mouth. I'm not too sure what happens to Kirby at this point when this happens. Because normally Kirby is in Kine's mouth, as you can see. Ah, let's stop dying and actually start playing. We've already seen fire. Hi, Mr. Eel. You were going... Oh! Epic dodge. Let's finish my story on the eels. I was going to say, hi Mr. Eel, you are going to be annoying in Kirby's Dream Land 3. Because you have a really annoying minigame in that. Kine and Rock. Man, I'm going to show off Kine and his copy ability immediately. I really love this one, by the way. If you use this, Kine really starts crying. He's saying, Kirby, fun and all, but this actually really hurts me. Having this really heavy rock in your body, you can say. Because Kirby actually enters Kine's body at this point. Which is pretty disturbing, actually. Ah, poor Kine. The fish is hurt. Come on, go down. What is in here? I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to go in here for the rainbow drop for this world. Give that back. It's just a star. Right, I'm remembering wrong. What's up here? I think I need to go in here. Right, this is a dark room. You can use the light bulb here to show where the secret is, but there's actually a hidden door somewhere in here that takes you to the rainbow drop. But you actually need rock, so it's pretty hard to take light bulb in here first and then come back here with rock. Because if you go in here, you actually don't really need the light bulb in order to activate the door. The door's always there. The light bulb is just to show off where it is. And if you then go in the door, you find out you need rock in order to break it. You basically also need Kine, by the way, because you can't get into this door in the first place if you don't have the ability to go into the currents. So Kine is also needed. So if you want this rainbow drop, come here with the Kine and rock combo. It's the only way to get this rainbow drop. Yeah, get used to that. This game is going to use that from now on in every single level when it comes to collecting the rainbow drops. You're going to want to have a certain animal friend and copy ability combo. Just entering a level with just Kirby or any power-up or a power-up with no animal friend is not going to be enough from this point on. You're going to want to have Kine, Coo or Rick plus a certain ability from this point on. And I'm pretty sure that you can find those power-ups in the level itself where they are needed. I'm not too sure about that. I might change that statement when later levels come by. No, I can already change it because I can remember in one of the worlds where you actually have to go get an animal friend from a different stage. You can't get that in the stage where the rainbow drop is. But I'll point that out when that comes. But other than that, you can also say that you can basically skip the rainbow drops if you don't want to go 100%, because they're obviously not required to beat the game. It's just to beat the game 100%. Which is what I'm doing here, so I am going to get them, but if you're not interested in completing the full game, you don't have to grab all the rainbow drops. They're the optional part of this game. Right, boss number 3. Anglerfish guy. I don't have a power-up, so I'll just use his regular stars. If you are just Kirby, by the way, or Kirby with a different animal friend, you cannot inhale underwater. If you sprout water at those stars he summons at you, you can actually bounce them back. It does not work on these squids, though. With Kine you can, because you can actually inhale them for a star. But these sea stars that appear whenever you hit them with Kirby's water sprout move, which he has on the water, they don't get destroyed, they get knocked back. And you can use that to attack this boss, so that's how you regularly kill the boss. But with Kine, you actually inhale them and you can use stars to attack this guy. Which is once again, like the first two bosses, really easy. Bam, level 3 done. Easy mode. And just like in the first two worlds, remember you can go back into this level and do the boss stage again for a different challenge. But I will be saving them for last. Because I want to group them together. When I actually start doing the 100% completion. Just remember for now, I will be coming back for them, don't worry, I'm not forgetting them. In case you are familiar with this game and thinking, why are you continuing the game, you're not done yet. No, I know I need to do them. I'm just coming back for them later, because I want to group them together in one part. Right, we are in Iceberg now. Remember I promised that there was going to be ice physics as well in this game, or just an ice world in general. You cannot call yourself a platformer if you do not have at least ice in your mechanics. I need fire for this. Sorry, Rick. The game is kind enough to give us fire right where we need it. Yeah, these blocks that clearly are ice blocks can only be broken with fire. Every single power-up has a certain kind of block present in the game that can only be destroyed with that power-up. As you may have seen already, we've already seen the cloud-like blocks, which you can only destroy with needle. What am I saying? You can only destroy with parasol. The needle blocks we've also seen. Bye, Rick. Yeah, like, come on! Like with normal power-ups, where if you get hit, there's a random chance that you lose your power-up. Ow. I'm destroying myself, I need to be more careful. Ooh, penguin guys. These guys give ice. Let's show off ice. We have not seen ice at all yet. This is ice ability. Kirby has a regular ice move like always. And it freezes enemies, which you can then use as projectiles. Which is also always really funny to use. In all honesty, ice... Rude. In all honesty, ice is not my favorite power-up in Kirby games. So I rarely use it, but I am a fan of this ice block mechanic that it always has. That you can freeze enemies, turn them into ice blocks, and then use those ice blocks to shoot across the screen. And they're using it as a projectile move. It's always really funny to do, actually. So I really don't understand why I don't use ice more often. It's really funny to use this. Pie cutter. Right, we get this block boss now. Which is the stone boss, by the way. This gives you stone. Come on. It's always pretty hard to use copy abilities to kill bosses, I think, in Kirby's Dream Land 2. In other Kirby games, like Kirby's Dream Land 3 and Kirby 64. I'm a really big fan of keeping power-ups that... Oh, game gives me rock. So, I obviously have to use it. I ignored it on the boss, but this room looks like to be a stone room. Let's use rock here. Whee! Kirby wins by doing absolutely nothing. Just rolling down. See, you're immune when you're stone. You just don't stay stoned for too long. Ooh, finally! Hell yeah! Only 8 1-ups? Really? Am I doing that bad when it comes to extra lives? Well, I've only died twice, I think, so I'm not doing too terrible. But still. Lives don't get handed out that much as in Donkey Kong in this game. Let's quickly get Rick, because... there's something coming up where we need the guy, so let's quickly get get him. He is in this course, so I'll just return this course quickly to get him. Because, yeah, we'll be needing him in a moment. Anyway, let's quickly grab him and call it a day, because 20 minutes have been reached, and that means that my part has been concluded. Tomorrow, no, I don't think it's going to be tomorrow. Mario Party 2, you are confusing, because you are very irregular when it comes to how many parts you have. I'm pretty sure it's next week I'll continue with Kirby's Dream Land 2. We're already in World 4. And yeah, that's already past the halfway mark when it comes to regular levels. But the worlds will become bigger and bigger. There's more. You can already see it in the fact that we started off with only 3 courses in the world, and now we have 4. It's going to go up and up, so we're not really halfway yet, but it's still a Game Boy game and therefore not that big of a game, so I don't foresee this project to take too long. But we'll see how that goes. I can't say too much about that. Anyway, see you next time. Treecks out.